Hey beauties, it's Jacinta from Posture Tonic and welcome to our full body Pilates class. Today we're challenging our body using light hand weights. I'll use 1 kilogram, you could use up to 2 kilograms as a suggestion. So keep it no heavier than 2 or 3 kilograms just so we've got the flow and consistency. And these are really going to challenge the upper body but also for some lower body work as well. We'll start off down onto the mat with 1 dumbbell. So go ahead and select that dumbbell of choice and move into a cat-cow. So hands slide underneath the shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And we'll just move into a cat-cow position here. So flexing through the spine as you breathe out. And cow stretch as we lower the chest. You take your gaze forward. Breathing out, wrap through the belly, coming into that cat stretch. One more, lowering the chest. And puffing up through the chest. Last time, zip the core in. We'll land in between those two moves, finding that Pilates neutral spine. Bringing that right dumbbell towards your right shoulder. We'll extend the arms straight out to the right, so in line with your shoulder. From here, we're going to pass that dumbbell through and underneath the body, keeping the arm off the floor, so not allowing for the arm to dangle down. Keep quite active. Use your exhale to sweep the dumbbell past the chest and open out to the side again. And passing it through, swiveling the ribs. And then exhale, open out to the side. 2 more. Inhale, thread through. And big strong exhale, open the arm out. Reaching the knuckles to the sides of the room. Last one, passing it through. And then just holding that arm out to the side for 5. Draw up through the belly, ribs to hips. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Swap sides, dumbbell in the left hand. Bring the dumbbell towards that left shoulder. So we'll just open out through to the side, finding that alignment, neutral spine, and then let's thread it through. Again, keeping the hand up off the mat. Stay for that inhale. Exhale, big strong opening. Pushing through that right hand, threading it under. Exhale, open the arm out. 2 more. Last one. Opening the arm straight out to the side and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dumbbell comes down. Move into those forearms, onto those forearms and step back through to a plank. Bring your feet together so your heels are zipping up all the way through to the inner thighs and pelvic floor. And we're just gonna hold here. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathe in, tap both knees to the floor, and exhale, extend the legs long. 3 more. Inhale, tap. Exhale, extend the legs. Inhale, tap. Exhale to plank. Last one. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees down. Come up onto those hands and park your hips up towards the sky. Finding a nice stretch for a moment. Maybe you'd like to pedal out through the feet. We're going to walk our feet up towards your hands and then slowly roll your spine up to stand. So take your time as we restack each vertebrae one on top of another, coming up against an imaginary wall. Beautiful. We're going to collect both of those dumbbells and then coming into that standing position into the middle of your mat. So dumbbells are in at your chest. We're going to move to a lateral lunge, stepping through with that left foot. So left foot steps nice and wide, travel the hips over, find a lateral lunge. From here, you're going to push the mat away, kick the legs straight out to the side, and then come back over. Push the mat away, lift the leg, over to lateral lunge. Kick, and lunge. All right, we're gonna hold it over and add on. So we're releasing one arm down, one arm up to the sky, dumbbells towards your chest, and then big push off, kick. Coming down, hold. We find that twist. Dumbbells to the chest, stand and kick. Really taking your gaze up to help swivel through the ribs. Really using that heel to launch off through to that side kick. We'll make this one your last one and hold over, just releasing the bottom hand and top arm. So just that twist, staying in that lateral lunge. Make sure your hips are traveling over towards that left heel. Good, 2 more. Last one, dumbbells to your chest and come all the way up. Let's come onto those right tippy toes and fold the hips back, ready for a skater. We're gonna tap the right foot out, tap it back in, and then stand knee drive. Right leg is moving, out, in, knee drive. Bend the knees, stay low, tap, and lift. That's it. You can add on with the arms overhead as you stand. Skater, knee drive, overhead press. So my left heel is really heavy. It's pushing into the mat to really stabilize me through this whole move. Find a little power at the top. Let's do 3 more. Last 2. And 1. Staying on your toes, but bring your foot slightly back. And I'll show you from this side. So we're here, soft bend into the knees, dumbbells release down in front of you, straight arms. We're now hinging at the hips, sliding the dumbbells down that front leg, single RDL. Use an exhale as we push the floor away and come up to stand. Hips are traveling back, 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 straight spine. Slide down the shin, exhale to stand. So just lightly through that back foot, most of the weight's in the front foot. Nicely done, let's do 2 more. Last one. Stand all the way up and then meet in the middle of the mat, shake off the legs, great work. Let's take it to the second side. We'll travel over with the right foot, dumbbells to the chest, big step over with the right foot, finding that lateral lunge. So we're gonna push off that foot, kick it out to the side, and then straight back over to lateral lunge. Exhale, find your balance at the top. Kick and then land. Bit enthusiastic there. Let's do 1 more and then hold it over. We're adding on, find that twist, gaze up to the sky towards your chest and then add on that kick. Doing well, find that power at the top, but not too much. Really feel that squeeze through the side glute. 2 more. All right, make this one your last kick and then hold it over, just the rotations, taking your gaze up and then center. So my weight's traveled right over towards the bent knee. Deepen that bend. Good, 2 more. Last one, hold it there. Bring it into one skater, knee drive. Bend the knees, tap out, in, stand sharp. Drop it low, stay low, tap out, in, knee drive. We'll do it one more time. And then you can add on with your overhead press. So make it a little sharper at the top. Drop low. Try and lift up through the arch of this standing leg for me, so not rolling in. Two more. Last one. Come down, bring the toes slightly back. Release the arms down in front of you. Single RDL, so soft bend through this front knee as well. The weight's all in this front leg. Just balancing through the back toes, straight spine, slide the dumbbells down the front leg. Use your exhale as we stand back up. Inhale, tracing down, hips slide back, back, back. I like to imagine there's a wall behind and you're just poking your butt out towards the wall, keeping the ribs to hips. Or you could imagine you have a rope, someone is pulling you back. This is going to get tension through the hamstring, so we're keeping the hips up and high, tensioning, lengthening through this hamstring. Wind it back up. Two more. Make that one your last one, and both feet down, shake them off. All right, feet are a little bit wider than your hips. Drop into a squat and hold, and just swing the arms back and up. Swing them behind, swing them forward as you sit low into your squat. So I want those knees pressing outwards. Good, feel these legs. We're gonna move into some abs after this. Two more swings. Last one, hold the arms up. Can we pulse through the legs? 8, 7, 6, 5, get a little lower. 4, 3, 2, and 1, stand up. We'll pop the dumbbells to the side. We're gonna come into some abs now. So come down onto the mat. We're gonna prop ourselves up onto our forearms and then move into a C curve. So in this position here, I want your ribs to drop down. So we're finding a little bit of connection through the core. Stay open through the chest and active through the forearms. Once you have that, float the legs to tabletop. Knees are gonna stay hip distance apart, so there's a gap. All right, nice and proud through the chest, but drop the ribs. Starting with a single leg stretch, extend one leg. Inhale, exhale, return back to tabletop. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tabletop. Beautiful. You can start to lower the leg a little bit more if you can control through the core. The lower we take the leg, the more challenge this is. Nice, we're halfway. Really pointing the toe and stretching the leg far away. One more on each side. Last side. And hold. Squeeze the knees together now. Stretch the legs to the sky. Double leg lower. Inhale to lower the legs. Exhale to lift. Inhale, wave them down. Exhale, lift. So here's where you'll feel more challenge through the core. You need to make more core connection to maintain that rib to hip. So if you take your legs too far and you start arching, that's too far. Just kick up higher and just reduce your range. But if you want the challenge, you take them long and low. Scoop through the belly strong to lift back up. Beautiful work. Let's do 6 more. Can we flex the feet now as we lower? Point the toes on the way up for 6. Flex. Point. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Lower the legs down, little flutters through the legs. Stay proud and open through the chest. You've got this. Breathe through. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Bring the legs down. Let's cactus those arms out to the side. If you have space, straight out into a letter T. Float the legs to tabletop, squeeze the knees together. We'll take the knees over to one side, allowing for one hip to lift, and then we roll back through center. Knees travel over to the left, keeping the shoulder blades pinning down to the mat. Use your exhale back through to center. So pendulum, focusing on the waistline now. Traveling the knees over as far as you can before one shoulder pops up. So you want to feel your shoulder blades down onto the mat the whole time. Good. If you'd like more of a challenge, let's extend the legs a little bit longer. You could have a micro bend through the knees, adding more load through the core. Using your exhale each time you return back to center. One more on each side. Last one. Back through to center. Interlace your hands behind your head. Curl the upper body up and down. Breathe out to curl. Inhale, lower. Nice, let's do 3 more. Hold the next one up. Hold it there. And let's double toe tap. Halfway down and back to tabletop. Halfway down, back to tabletop. Holding your curl. If you can maintain your core, you can tap all the way down. 5 more. Last 2. Curl up a little higher. Last one. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Well done. Take a little rock from side to side. Okay, let's take it to a rolling like a ball. Lift your head and shoulders up off the mat. Start rolling through the spine. So curve through the spine, back onto your shoulder blades. And then we'll find a little balance at the top before you roll again. Can you find that brief moment? And then roll. Massaging out through the spine, it feels really good. Let's do 3 more. Maybe you'd like to find a balance with the arms and then catch and roll. And we'll do 1 more for good luck. All right, cross the legs over. We're gonna come onto the belly. We've just got a little bit of posture work before we take it into some deep sculpting through the side glutes. So this will really open up through the chest. First, I want those palms facing down, and you're gonna glue your fingertips to your forehead. All right, so starting with the right hand on top, and then from here, I want you to lift the chest as you breathe in, start to hover the right arm off the mat, and then take your gaze over towards the right. So I'm pushing down into the left hand. You're gonna slowly lower yourself all the way back down. Stay on the same side. We lift again. And lower. If this feels good, float the left leg as well. Left leg can lift as we open and twist. And lower down. You can breathe in. Breathe out, rest. Squeezing the left glute to assist on that leg lift. 4 more on this side. Two more. Last one. Lower down. Left hand is on top. We'll start with just lifting the chest and hovering the arm up. Find that opening and then lower everything back down. And again. Inhale, lift, twist, and lower. If it feels good, you'll float the right leg up and just find your range that suits you. It helps to push down into that supportive hand onto the mat. Doing really well. Squeezing the right glute. Two more. Last one. Hands under the shoulders, knees bend, heels towards your butt. Press yourself up to a half plank. Squeeze through the core. We're lowering those elbows down or pitting them in towards the side of your body as you lower your chest rather. Coming down to a push-up, a hand release, and push the mat away. So we lower, elbows graze past your ribs, hand release, exhale, press. Control on the way down. A little bit more explosive on the way up. Slow and soak it up. And push. Let's do 5 more. Two to go. Last one. Push all the way up and press to a child's pose. A little stretch here. We'll take the left hand and thread it under. So child's pose, hips towards your heels, left arm threads through. So taking some nice deep resetting breaths. And switch sides, left hand to the top and right arm through. Okay, lifting up, collecting both of your dumbbells. I'm excited for this one. This is for our glutes. We're gonna need both of those dumbbells. You can cross them over and you'll rest onto the left forearm. Bend your knees, bring the dumbbells to that top upper thigh, and then let's float the heels off the mat. So just wiggle your way into a nice setup. Elbow underneath your shoulder, pushing actively through that forearm. So we're in this nice internal rotation with those heels lifted. And then from here, moving into a clam, keep your heels together and lower. Drawing your core in to stabilize this movement. So just that top leg floating and lowering. Use an exhale to float the knee open. Inhale to lower. Keeping the heels connected. 2 more. All right, opening that top knee, hold little pulses in that top range. Lift and lift and lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the legs. Just one dumbbell here now. We're gonna stretch the leg nice and long. From here, we're gonna take it to a big rainbow. Tap the front corner of the mat up and over to the back corner of the mat. If you can control that, keeping your hips nice and stacked, you could load a little bit more if you wish. So just creating a big rainbow. Keep zipping that core in. Stretching the leg long and try and get height. Whew, feeling that. Nice last big rainbow. Ooh, we're gonna bring the leg forward, big toe heavy, heel up to the sky, and leg lift up and down. So you're on a diagonal line, lift and lift, feeling it through here, a little bit through that outer glute and thigh. Ooh, feel that. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Let's kick the legs long now, and we'll just need one dumbbell, reach it up to the sky. I want you to bend your top leg so that your foot is on the floor. We'll just work with this bottom leg. So the bottom leg's gonna use an exhale as we float it up, reaching towards the inner seam of that ankle, and then lowering down with control. Exhale, lift, tap, and lower. See how high we can bring that leg up. Two more to go. Last one, hold the leg up, little taps up and up and up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done, guys. Let's take it straight to the other side. Press yourself up and set yourself around for the second side. So we've got our clam level 2. Dumbbells can be crossed onto the upper thigh. And let's set those hips stacking one on top of another. Float the heels up so we're in that internal rotation. Nice and proud through the shoulders. Let's start to open up, float the top knee. Inhale, lower. Exhale, open. Heels stay squeezed together. Inhale, lower. So you got 4 more to go. Keep the core nice and strong. That really helps stabilize everything. Last one. Then open the knee up, those little pulses, top range. Squeeze it up, let's go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the legs. Pop one dumbbell down onto the thigh, extend the leg. Reset that shoulder nice and proud. Let's bring it to that rainbow. Tap, up, and over to the back mat. Up and around. You've got 2 dumbbells if you'd like to progress. You choose your weight. Trying to keep still again from the hips upwards and just making the biggest rainbows to hit all the angle of that side booty. All right, come on, make those rainbows a little bigger. They're drooping off. Let's go, lift up and around. Last big circle. And then let's take the leg to the front. Big toe heavy, heel up to the sky, leg lift. Internal rotation. Make sure the foot is forward of your hips. Fight for it here. Push up and up. Woo, this is challenging. Stay with me. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Let's just tap that out for a moment. Kick the legs forward onto that diagonal line. You just need 1 dumbbell. Reach the arm up to the sky and let's bend that top knee. So you're stabilized through this back foot. All right, use your exhale. Float the leg, tap, inhale, lower. So turning out from the hip. Muscle we're working at the adductors, so really channel here to lift from this muscle group. You've got 2 more. That's it. We're gonna hold the next one up. Little pulses up and up, up, pulse. Yeah, last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Dumbbells are out of the way. You're gonna lay on your back. We're gonna continue to work through those adductors for one more exercise here. We're gonna open the legs out to the side. Hands can be on your hips or down onto the mat, but then bringing the legs through to the sky, crisscross, and then open the legs back out. Crisscross, open the legs. If you want 2 for 1, you want to work those abs as well, you can curl the upper body up, holding that curl as we work those adductors. Turn the toes out so you're externally rotated from the hip. Good job, almost there. Last crisscross, open the legs out and little pulses up and up. Breathe through. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug those knees in, grab onto the soles of the feet, happy baby, taking a little rock from side to side, drawing your tailbone heavy to the floor and your knees glide towards the mat. And just stretching, taking a moment for those adductors. Beautiful. Hug your knees in towards your chest to roll yourself up. We'll collect those dumbbells. We're standing to finish with one last exercise. Dumbbells will be aligned over your shoulders. Toes are turned out, your feet are quite wide, and you'll get the width once we do a practice one. So just set your feet where you think you need them. You want to make sure your knees are drawing open and out, okay? And stand all the way up. Adjust the width of your feet to really get low through the hips. All right, standing up, overhead press. Take it down, push the floor away. So nice sumo squat position. Ski slope spine. Exhale to stand. Think about those elbows dragging down towards your knees. Good, so really work this lower body to finish off now. Get low and press. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it down in 1, pulse it out. Knees drive opened. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbells to the floor. Feet stay wide, and you can take a little sway from side to side, allowing for your head to be heavy now. Figure of 8 sway from right to left. Beautiful, holding onto your right leg, just finding a brief little stretch. Hold on to the left leg. Hands interlace behind your back. Find a shoulder stretch. Maybe some yeses and nos through the head. Lift the chest. Elbows press into your knees and just take it to a little rock. Little yogi squat. Flushing out those legs, the hips. Beautiful, you can land onto your glutes and then finishing with a nice deep breath together. So let's take those arms up and overhead, breathe in and connect your hands towards your heart as you exhale. Thank you so much for joining me in today's workout. I hope that you enjoyed. As always, do leave a comment down below. I love to read them, and if you've got any questions, great opportunity for me to see you and answer there. I'd love to quickly shout out to my amazing little family over here. Thank you so much for your support. The list is growing and I'm feeling very supported here. You can also join the channel if you wish. We do live Zoom class once a month together on the middle tier. So the details are linked down below. Clicking the join button and you'll see more. Okay, my name is Jacinta from Posture Tonic. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to help support even further. And I'll see you back here for our next workout together really soon.